Hello there, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video we are talking about the Game Box 401 Plus. Support external gamepad double as it says on a box. And on the left side of the box is at the back of the unit. And also the console, AV cable, DC cable, and user manual. And I choose this color, red. At the right of the box is the same description as the G1 168 game 8-bit classic, which is the same description on it. The top of the box is the diagram of the unit. The bottom of the box is nothing. So there you have it. So let's unboxing it. There we go. This is the AV cable to connect to the television. USB cord for charging, and it's impossible to add more games. And this is the BL5C battery, the old school Nokia battery. And this is a toilet paper manual. So this is the English, and this one is the Chinese. And the unit itself. As you can see, this unit, there's no redundant there's no redundant SUP on it. There's no SUP logo on it. And this shell is the same as the SUP Game Box 168 in 1, just like this. LCD display. This one is the indicator, directional keys, the reset, action buttons. These are the normal, and these are the turbo. B, A. Actually, it's B. X is the turbo A. A is the turbo A. X is turbo B. Y is the normal B, and B is the normal A. Select, start, the speaker, the back of the battery compartment, power switch, micro USB for charging, and AV out to connect to the TV. And this one is the volume knob. So time to insert the battery. So this is the BL5C battery. So before you show the menus, press X and B button and turn it on. As you can see, this is the main device test. Okay. Focus. There we go. Left, right, down, up. Select, start. B, A, turbo A, turbo B, turbo. And this is the turbo A. This is blinking turbo, and the indicates is steady. And this is the channel number. There's no sound on it. And these are the numbers. So that's it. Let's move on to the menu. As you can see, this is the menu selection, language menu selection. This is first is Chinese and the next is English. This is the 401 Galaxy Edition version 2.0. Those three versions of the Galaxy Edition of 401. The first is the no music. The second one, and this is the second one, and third is the new music. So it's hard to find, right? So first, before I choose this language, so let's move on to Chinese first. Chinese menu has the background music. So these are the games written in Chinese. Right button for next page. Left button for the previous page. Up and down for navigate the selection game. And the start button that will be choose the game. And it back to number 1. So let's try the English menu. So this is the English menu. So the English menu has no background music on it. So I'll show you the list of games. So feel free to pause the player on you. Pause the video first. So the list of the games are shown on the screen. So those games, I recognize those games, but so license case ends up until game number 182. The homebrew game starts at number 183. So those games are unlicensed to Nintendo. SpiderMan 2 and SpiderMan 1 are not directly related from the licensed game from Nintendo. And it ends games number 313. So games number 1 to 87 repeated from games 314 to 400. So it is a repeating game. So B button, press A button to next page 5 times. Previous page 5 times on B button. Actually it's X button here on the action keys. And the games ends at pinball. Okay, let's play some games. Okay, before that, mute. So mute that audio. So to avoid copyright claims on this game. So this is the European version of Super Mario Brothers, not the Japanese and the American version of this game. It converted from the 50 FPS to 60 FPS PAL version of Super Mario Brothers 1, I mean. So oops. So why did I mute the audio? Before the so I muted to avoid the copyright claims from the game developer, and I made it the Super Mario test. That's it. So let's try other game anyway. So let's try okay. But there's no Lode Runner 2 or the championship Lode Runner on this unit. Let's try B-Wings. Let's okay. So I choose stage 29, so I able to use the cheat the game. So this is B-Wings, so similar as 168 in one unit. SUP Game Box. So I often playing it. So this game was from my childhood, and I first seen in from the multi-card 63 in 1. So okay, so back then I figured out how to use cheat code of B-Wings back in 2010s. So back in my childhood, so I didn't know what is the cheat code of B-Wings. Okay, let's try the other game. Let's try Scoon. This is the American version of Scoon, not the Japanese version of Scoon from Family Computer. Oops. So that is Kun. So let's try Gradius anyway. I wanted to try Gradius anyway for a long time. At this point, there's the sequel of Gradius, which is Gradius 2, and also the spin-off Salamander or Life Force, or even Life Force in the West. So Gradius is playable rather than the 168 games in one. So now I finally play it on this unit, and I died. Same language. So let's try. So this is the SpiderMan. No, that's not SpiderMan. the homebrew version. Where's the licensed SpiderMan anyway? And this is SpiderMan 2. There's an unfortunate that there's no licensed Spider-Man. Okay, let's pause the game first. So if I show the real Spider-Man, the licensed version of Spider-Man, in 168 games. So Spider-Man is only seen in 168 games. And so it says Spider-Man Return of the Sinister Six. And this is the original Spider-Man. So it's supposed to be Spider-Man play on the 106 the license footages from the Sinister Six. So I know that the Legend of Kage. So let's try Legend of Kage Legend. So on this it says Kage no Densetsu in Japanese. So let's play Kage no Densetsu. And here comes the Shadow Clone. It's one heck of the invincibility of the game. My goodness. And I got the powered up. And I powered up now. Okay, that's all. That's it for Legend of Kage. So let's try Chord. There's Chord on it, of course. So I'll choose this one. And there we go. Okay, let's try another game. Let's try ASO, the Armor Scrum object. At that moment, ASO is the Japanese version of Alpha Mission. However, ASO and Alpha Mission, ASO has some graphical issues. Not sure, so I'll test it out earlier. So reset. Let's try the Alpha Mission. So Alpha Mission is similar as ASO, the North American version of ASO. It's quite similar, right? At this point, the D-pad is quite horrible. There's no stick on the D-pad. Can be moved on the. Can be playing on shmups or shoot 'em ups. So all need to do is swapping the units soon. Okay. So that's Alpha Mission. The similar as. Remember, if you play Alpha Mission with the energy to obtain all the energy, all E's, you need to press the select button and choose the weapon if you wish. Weapon if you wish. Okay. Hokuto no Ken. which is known as Fist of a North Star. Remember when Kenshiro says, "Omae wa Mushinderu," and the enemy says, "Nani." Okay. There we go. So, Fist of the North Star is the beat 'em up game for the Famicom. And this game doesn't release in the West until it released the sequel of Hokuto no Ken 2. It is credited known as and also known in the West as Fist of a North Star. And there's the pink one. You need to get the power up. Oh, that's it. So anyway, that's it for now. So I'll test all the games in the later videos. So before that, so I'll swap them the unit. I'm going to swap these the body of this unit, so I hope these are similar as the SUP Game Box 168 games. So this is the two fake Game Boy consoles on it, Game Boy bootlegs. So all the licensed games except SpiderMan and others up until okay, my goodness, 182. There's 182. They just bump and jump. And this one and Goblet Tower ends at number 313. Repeated games 314 to 400, bump games 101 to 87. So I hope you guys for the next video about the swapping game box. Two game boxes. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.